We're seeing trends out there like the rise of ephemeral messaging. But again, when we're talking about adaptation, we need to be nimble. We need to be quick on our feet, and we need to be able to change really instantly. Because the truth is, 6 months ago, if I came to talk to you, I would tell you that every single company needs to be on Snapchat. You have to be on Snapchat. But the truth is today, Snapchat is important, but all of a sudden you have Instagram Stories. Instagram Stories has many of the similar features, and in fact, they've just surpassed Snapchat as far as the number of users. So that's one example of a new trend, and if you are able to adapt and be nimble, you're able to leverage those trends as well. We also see out there the rise of live streaming. So when we look at a company like Facebook, and if you use Facebook for any type of marketing, the reality is live streaming allows you to get better engagement than any other type of video that you would put onto Facebook. In fact, it's about 3 times the engagement that you would get compared to just a traditional video that you would upload there. And more, we're seeing those platforms that exist. But I'll tell you one thing as someone who works with many small businesses, is that small businesses aren't the best at being able to adapt and use these new tools. And it frustrates me a little bit because I have worked in television on and off over the past decade. And if I had told you 10 years ago that all of a sudden there would be a tool that was completely free that would allow you to broadcast video content to the world, we all would have rejoiced. This would have been absolutely incredible. And today we have these tools out there and we're not maximizing them as far as being able to leverage them and reach new audiences. Another thing I want to talk about as far as new platforms is the rise of the Internet of Things. You've seen many products out there that are connected to the internet, like smart thermostats, for example. This is probably one of the most popular items out there when it comes to the Internet of Things. There's a Canadian company called Ecobee that also has a similar thermostat. And we're seeing these changes, again, these hubs that are springing up all across the country that are really focusing on these things. The smart home revolution is here today. And again, think back to that photo that I showed you where it was pre-smartphone and post-smartphone, and in 8 years we saw those changes. We're going to see the same thing when it comes to smart homes as well. So as far as another platform, and one of the last I want to talk about in this section, it's the rise of virtual reality. And this is another big trend, and I will stand here and talk to you today. I've done shows for Bloomberg, I've been on CNN, I've done lots of media, and this is Canada's time. This is Canada's time to thrive. Artificial intelligence, the Internet of Things, virtual realities. We have hubs all across this country. So let's just recap here as far as the key takeaway from rethinking platforms. You want to encourage people to use new platforms, to engage in new ways, because as much as we think that this technology is far off, it is right around the corner, if not here today.